So Olivier, we're here at the site of the Nova Music Festival where 620 young, vibrant, happy people lost their lives just simply because there's hate in this world, there's anti-Semitism in this world, and they were in Israel. Uh, can you tell me your thoughts and what you experienced? I know this is your second time you were here, right?
Yeah, this is my second time. I was here June of 2024 for the first time, and it was not as organized and structured as it is today. In a sense, I have mixed feelings about this. I hate to see this becoming not a tourist trap, but uh, a place. It needs to be the story needs to be shared, needs to be told. So I guess from that perspective, it's good. I'm hoping it's not going to become a place with vendors and souvenirs. Uh,
Right.
but as I was walking through the little post with the names of all the different victims, I was reminded, of course, that every single one of them, believer or not believer, they were created in the image of God, and God cared
Yes,
about them.
you're right.
And as I'm walking, I'm also remembering the day. Uh, it was in November of 2010, I believe, and I was for the first time, the only time actually that I've been there in Auschwitz, to connect with my history and my grandfather that I lost in Auschwitz. And I'm walking through Auschwitz and the museum and the place over there, and uh, tons of shoes and glasses and suitcases and things. And I'm looking at the this place, and I'm looking, and I get the same feeling, an eerie feeling of sadness and heavy heart. Uh, and another thing that to bring perspective is that if you were to recite the name, just the name of the 6 million victims of the Holocaust, it would take 11 and a half years nonstop to recite
Wow.
all of their names. Just a moment of silence, just reciting their names, next person, 11 and a half years. If you were to recite the names of all the victims of the Nova Festival, it wouldn't take that long, of course. But but what is worth doing is coming here and looking at their stories. Each person had a unique story, and each person died because of evil, because of what man is doing to other men. God has nothing to do with this.
Yes.
God did not cause this to happen. It's man causing evil on other men.
And that's a good point, Olivier, because as I was here, one of my church members was texting me about something, and I shared with them where I was at, and that was their reflection. Why did God allow this to happen? And I really had to ponder that because I wanted to not just give a vanilla answer, but God didn't do this. Evil did this.
Amen.
Hatred did this. These people were killed simply because they were in Israel, and and there was hatred for God's people. And I was reminded of a verse, Olivier, where God said He'll give beauty for ashes,
Hmm.
and this is a place of this for a lot of people despair. We saw family members here who were remembering, some crying. There's IDF soldiers that come here to take a look and to just kind of immerse themselves in why they're fighting. And Yeshua is coming again, and I think that the beauty that's going to come out of this is when His people cry out for His name. Don't you think?
Amen. When Jewish people say one day, Baruch haba b'Shem Adonai, and all Israel will be saved, that day is coming. In the meantime, we do whatever we can. We're here to help. Pastor Brad is here to join us. I have a feeling this is probably not your last trip,
Most definitely not.
but we're here to help. And I keep thinking that the best way we can help to save lives physically will give people a chance to also be saved spiritually, which of course is the most important part.
And one more thing, while I'm sitting here and we're talking about just this is at its root just anti-Semitism for for all intents and purposes. And when we're back in America and you see these people that are on the college campuses, either by brainwashing or whatever, shouting from the rivers to the sea, it's junk. And this reminds us that hatred breeds hatred, but good breeds good, and God's love breeds love among us. So when Jesus says, as he washed his disciples' feet, so we are to wash each other's feet, and 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 don't let the evil that is perpetrated and things like this distract us from what God has in store for us and what God's purpose is for us. Amen. Is that a good word?
Amen.
All right, we got to go, and we love you all, and God bless.
Be blessed.